guess I'm in the wrong group, though. Yeah, that's loud. It's still not loud?
Mm-mm.
That's the one. That smell like I don't know what that smell like.
Dookie.
It smell like wood chips.
Oh, probably. See if you have to hit the loud. I don't know what else to say because I never had to.
Yeah, we didn't have to do that.
We didn't have to
before.
do that the last time. You're supposed to just go. There you go. Yeah, that's it. You're looking at it. Why? I don't know. When we initially did it, we did, but the second time we did not. The settings was the setting. So maybe because we changed the stream key. What happened to it?
It was up and then it went off.
What happened?
Yeah, it was up and it went off.
What you do?
It just clicked off.
There you go.
Shit.
Whatever go live, there it is. Scroll down. That's it. There you go. You shouldn't have had to do all that. The stream should have did that on its own. See how that first green checker said? That should have been it. Why does it keep refreshing? What's the second step? What's wrong? Can the computer work unplugged? Hand it to me.
Not aggressively hand it to me. Get some ice on the shoulder. Go out there and kick the shit out of those people.
the whole building. I'll get the whole
The description is required.
The only thing that's not live, I guess, would be me. Not a It'll be good. Yeah, we're good.
Kabuskis. Plug it back in. We are up and ready to go do these. All right. She coming back. Should I move that? All right. So she'll come back ready to go.
This is normal to you.
8 o'clock. I'm not sure it's still a little hour early. No, do we go at 8?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're live on.
I cannot wait to put them on the joint.
You mean the music?
You could have saw me editing the video in the car like. I chopped the opening down just a pinch. You know what I'm saying? With that long intro, I chopped it down just a little bit, so it's just a little bit of it, and then that just dropped. You tell Little Wayne, I said,
I'm ended up giving him a little bit of coin for it. I told him that's what he should start
producer
doing.
extraordinaire, you.
He should definitely start selling his beats to TV shows. Like, what you doing, Oh, me.
Oh, she went got her some ice. Poor baby. I hate it. Make you want to go to the pharmacy and get you some. Yeah.
Man, I want to go.
Ooh, about to go to the house and get you
If I
some.
would have fucking knocked over my yacht.
What the pee? I am about to pee on myself.
Yeah. What?
Hold it. Look.
Nah.
Some duct tape.
Nigga, take the arm off.
Yep.
Take this motherfucker off to a hill.
All right.
I can't use it right now, so take it off to a hill.
We are up.
Oh no, I'm talking like that.
It don't matter. You good.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
We
talk
say
like
worse.
that. We can
Much
talk like that.
worse.
Well, y'all gonna get the shit today, and I'm in pain. Fuck all y'all ungrateful ass guests now.
Well, I mean, hey.
We're
She
up.
said what she said.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Social Flex Etiquette series. This is Bar Etiquette. We are your Social Flex hosts. I am Carlisa Turner.
And I am Sierra Tompkins.
You good? I was just saying.
No, you can be in it. You can be in it. This is on bar etiquette, so you know.
And today we are here at the Nobleman Cigar Lounge with the bar manager.
The wounded.
Not the wounded. Not the wounded.
I'm a poor little take at the moment.
I'm crying. Don't do that, Misha. Hey,
Here
Greg,
with
how you
Misha,
doing?
the bar manager.
Greg's behind us.
Hey. And today we're going to talk about everything you need to know about hanging up at the bar. Y'all be trying to cut up and break all the rules. You're going to understand why you can and cannot. Why you will and will not.
Okay.
And why it is and is not.
Okay. So I do have a question right out the gate for you. Did you have to go through like any specific training to become like a bar manager or to be a server?
No, I didn't. I actually, probably as a kid, you know, when you're a kid and you're at home and you playing Barbies and house and stuff like that, I was playing server. You know what I mean? I was playing server and going to my mom with a notepad talking about, can I take your order? And she kicking me out the room. So I always wanted to be like in the hospitality. You know what I mean? Because it's fun. The world is different. Every day the world's different because you meet and see different people. So I didn't go to school for it. So when I started out at Red Robin. It was a burger place. I opened it. It was a brand new restaurant on the waterfront. So I opened that as just a server. It was my first serving job ever. By the time we were in our grand opening, I was promoted to the head server. And then after that, our GM walked out on us. So I was promoted to a manager, and me, my bookkeeper, and my kitchen manager ran the restaurant for a year. So that's how I got my first experience, like really jumping off the porch into the hospitality.
Hey, hey ladies, Misha, okay? Somebody's asking if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I got a boo-boo. You know, ducking deers and stuff. So the deer, they say hit them. I don't know what to do. I don't know if to duck them or hit them. I ducked them
and he ran into you because that's what happened to me. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Bambi came right out the dip.
Me too. Jesus,
yeah. So, I mean, you know, a little dislocated shoulder. They fractured it, putting it back, but yeah, still gotta stand strong. I'm still coming to work. But yeah, no, I didn't go to school. I just put myself under good people that I seen, and they look coherent of the industry. I just put myself under them and I learned from them and just went from there. And then, like I said, I love meeting new people. In this world, every day is different. Nothing's ever the same. You know, that's why it makes me mad when there's bartenders that bartended. I'm not knocking you for bartending in 75. I'm not knocking you for that. But how I ran the bar yesterday, I'm not going to run it today. So I darn sure ain't going to run it how you ran it in 75.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the only difference. But I love what I do.
Is there anything that you, as far as like bar etiquette, want the viewers or guests that will come in here to know?
I just want them to understand, like, first of all, it's just drinks. It's never that serious about a drink when you're getting upset and, you know what I mean, screaming and hollering. It's just a drink. And at the end of the day, we as bartenders have a job. Because if I overserve you, and it doesn't matter if you are at your house, because I've ran into that problem, where there was people who left and went home and had a domestic, and one of them said, oh, I was at the Nobleman. Now, the cops are here citing us because of something that happened in someone's home. Or you leaving and going down the street, and you just happen to say, I was at the Nobleman's. If you blow and you have overblown, you have gotten us a fine. So at the end of the day, we're not just bartenders. We're also here to make sure you get home safe. We're in our building drinking safely, having fun, and you get home safe. Not overly served, not putting you in danger, somebody else in danger. First of all, people drive stupid when there's not liquor in their system. Daily, you know what I mean? I'd be out going to work 7 o'clock, taking my mom to work 7 o'clock in the morning, and somebody's flying past. The first thing I say is, you should have left earlier, sir. Like, you're flying for what? Like, you know, because that, at the end of the day, I feel like a car is a weapon. You are driving a weapon, and you could take someone's life with that at the end of the day. So with that and liquor involved, at the end of the day, it's our job to make you have a safe, comfortable, and enjoying time. So there's times like when your bartender might be taking long, that's because you're a little bit intoxicated. So instead of me as the bartender telling you you're cut off, you know what I mean, and having another problem because after intoxication is there and I tell you you're cut off, that could be another problem that we have. Now I'm arguing with the guest or something like that. So we pace it. You know what I mean? We take our time and get back around to you. You know?
So what she said was, in addition to being bartenders, they are accountability tenders. That's what I'm saying? Because they are responsible and accountable for you and your well-being under the influence of the things that they serve you.
Yes.
So when you're getting mad at them, when they see you leaning this way, and they're not giving you nothing else that way. You understand?
Exactly.
I'm in here acting up.
Exactly.
I'm in here acting up.
So, I guess another question that I have is like when a bar is busy, what is the best way to attract a barmaid or a bartender? Because I know right, and I think that's rude. So it's
I don't even do that. I just be trying to wait patiently.
I mean, at the end of the day, that also is, I hold both parties accountable in that sense. Because if it's busy and you as the patron see that I'm busy, like busy as in I'm not busy over here texting on my phone, I'm not over here standing, leaning, drinking a water, I'm literally over here waiting on someone, then give me a chance to finish and maybe swivel my neck. And then if I swivel my neck and swivel past you and I'm not doing anything, then address it. But 9 times out of 10, a good bartender, like I always tell people, when I train my bartenders, I tell them you're a bobblehead. In this world, you're a bobblehead. Your fucking head should always be bobbling because that's your money. If you ain't bobbling, you ain't making no money because you're missing people. So like me as a bartender, when after I do a round, depending on, I stand back and I scan the bar because that's the only way I'm gonna see who's next and where I need to go. But 9 times out of 10, I see you when you walked in. And I always tell people like, yeah, it's a bar and you walked in and you might feel like, oh yeah, I want my drink right now. But I tell people it's like a deli. Me, I'm a good bartender. So when I see you, I give you a ticket number. I seen you and I'm coming. If I'm doing something, believe me, I got you. And 9 times out of 10, if I already know what you drink, you don't even have to say nothing. Once I'm done, I'm going to pour your drink and then I'm going to say to you, are you running a tab? Or are you having something else? But then you do have the bartenders that they are bobbleheads and they ask will bobble right on past you because they feel like you ain't gonna get a tip. And that's not okay. That's not okay.
We just talked about that earlier.
Yeah, like they will bubble right on past you. Yeah, and that's not okay as the bartender because at the end of the day, you're still here to do a job. You know what I mean? Like we meet assholes every day. They're encountering with liquor. You know what I mean? Like, and you are still human and you have things going on in your life. So you might have came in here yesterday happy and chipper, but today you came in because you needed a drink because they got on your damn nerves at work. So your mental is different. Your personality is different. Your greeting towards me is different. It's not personal. It's just what you got going on. So as bartenders as well, we're not just bartenders. We're what you want to say? We're psychiatrists. We're aunts and uncles, grandkids. They're like, you know what I mean? We're all that behind the bar. If you're a good bartender. Now there are differences in bartenders.
Someone just said that. Yeah, true, but we ran into some that don't fill the bar.
Don't fill the bar. So with it, okay, because that sound like, do they mean workers or the actual bartenders?
They're talking about the bartenders who have their favorites.
Right.
Who have their favorites.
And you should, and in this world, everybody's your favorite.
Right.
There is no
But
favorite.
there are some, like, you know that these people are here, but you see Mr. Charles come through the door.
Right.
And you know Mr. Charles going to be throwing it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You can be like, hey, Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles.
Right, but you,
hey,
but
Mr.
you,
Charles.
but,
Mr. Charles wants something. Mr. Charles.
no, because at the end of the day, no, but that's not how that works either. Because if Mr. Charles is in there throwing, you know what he drinks. So you get Mr. Charles and you going over there because you already know what he drinks. There's no hiccup there.
Right.
Get his drink. Take care of Mr.
But that
Charles.
don't mean because Mr. Charles is doing it that Susie over here and Tracy ain't gonna do it too.
Right.
But there are some like that. Like I said, I was a bartender, but I know some who literally will, like, you know what I'm saying, just be all up in the corner.
Right. Right. And I don't like them.
Excuse me. Okay.
He said, if you want to, David,
Yeah. We good. I mean, you could.
You could.
But yeah, like they're like,
We say turn
that,
it
and
off?
I don't,
Turn the
and
light
I don't like them.
Oh.
I don't like those bartenders.
So,
Because, and then at the end of the day, like I was about to say, there's actually a difference. So there's levels to this shit.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? So you
Indeed.
do have your shot pourers.
okay.
You have your shot pourers. You have your bartenders, and you have your mixologists.
What's the difference?
Shot pourers is they just use the pouring shots. They can't do shit else. They don't know nothing about a Long Island. They can't count. Then you have your people who are bartenders, where they know a little bit more. They can do a Long Island. They can do a margarita.
Right.
Then you have your mixologists.
Who are
Mixologists were well trained in all parts of it, with the sense of urgency, the drink making, and knowing that we carry that weight of being a mom behind the bar. Yeah, we might be the same age, but today I might be your mom because of how you came in today.
Right.
You might need that mother from me. So I understand that I'm a mom, a therapist, aunt. Yeah, sometimes I'm a man. I'm a woman boss. Sometimes I'm a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I might need to be that to a male or a female. You know what I mean? That's the role that I play as a good mixologist, because I'm a mixologist. I'm a mixologist. You know what I mean? Like,
She used to bartend as well, so that's
Okay.
why she.
right. Right.
That's what's gonna be my next thing.
Right.
But yeah, we talked
Right.
about that earlier too. She asked that, and I said,
Uh-huh. Yeah. Right.
that wasn't his money. Because that wasn't his money. That was not his money.
Right.
That wasn't his money.
So that's
Right.
my next thing, as far as the men versus women when you do patroning, because that was a conversation that I had the other night, and somebody was like, "Well, I think that bartenders cater more to men
Some
because
of them
they
do. Some of them do.
Some do.
Some of them do. Some of them do. But then, like I said, like I don't go out a lot because I work in the bar. So when I would go to Arts, Lolita, I don't care how packed that bar was. When I walked in that door, I would look and my drinks would be coming over that crowd. It had to be at a point, it was a time where she poured it and I said, I don't drink that no more because I was drinking Henny. She was so used to me drinking Henny and a Corona. I came in, she was on spot. That's a good ass bartender.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good, and when I tell you my drinks are coming over the bar, it's because it's packed. So it's packed in there, and she was a bobblehead, and she caught the door. She bobbled the door and said, "Oh, I already got that,
Right.
and got my drink." That's a great bartender.
So, what, I want to get into like different bars because you mentioned Arts. We're here at the Nobleman Cigar Lounge. There's a couple other places that we kind of go to. What makes each one like a little different than the others?
Well, it should be. It's the atmosphere and your bartenders, because all your bar we're all different. You know, like even good ones and bad ones, we're still all different. You know, we are kind of the face because y'all interact with us on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, however often you patronize the place. So we're the face, like, you know, so we carry that, I guess you could say, ambiance of this place. So the bartenders, like I said, I know great, like 01. Gigi, great bartender. Me and Gigi got a great rapport. Denise and Earl, that's my aunt's bar. My cousin Tia.
Okay.
I hear great things. Like because I don't get out a lot. I know how she get down when I go in, and I know how, you know what I mean. Right. Right. That's a good bartender. You know what I mean? So like that, those are some names. Tiffany as well. That she's from she's from the O1. Good bartender. I haven't been a lot of places. I've worked side by side with some good bartenders. Risha McCary, Sydney Carter. I've worked side by side in this world. So actually, like the world that I started in was more like corporate. So I started in the restaurant side. So I do tell people, like, when you want to come in this world, first trying it, I do suggest serving, because I can train you how to make a drink, but I can't train you sense of urgency. The restaurant gives you that, because you get your own little section and you run it. So when I was in the server world and I was a trainer there, I was the head trainer, I will always tell my servers that in this world you're an entrepreneur. Because first of all, when you come to work, they don't give you no money. You come to work with your own $50 bank. It's part of your uniform. If you don't come with money, you don't got no money to get nobody change. They ain't giving you nothing. You got to come with your $50 bank, your pen, your pad, your apron, whatever is, that's all part of your uniform. Like in this corporate world, when you walk in, I called it the hokey pokey. It's the hokey pokey. So when you walk in and we had shift meetings. So when you come in, shift meetings is we go over what the day is going to consist of. What we got going on, you learn your sections where you're going to be at in the restaurant. And then I do the hokey pokey, meaning, so your face, your jewelry has to be a certain length, a certain way. So if you put your head in and your jewelry is dangling too much, you got to take it off. You put your arm in, your jewelry is dangling too much, you got to take it off. You put your head and your hair hang forward, you got to pull it back, because your hair can't be going in people's drinks. You know what I'm saying? So in the server world, you had to wear black socks. You put your feet in, your socks is white, you better go buy some. It ain't no, your section ain't going to open till you get some black socks. You know what I'm saying? It's a standard, and it's met in that world, but we're all the same. It's just a little bit more lenient over here.
So that's what I was going to say.
There are some bars that require you to, because once upon a time I worked for the high rollers, and there was a time my Uncle Rob was very strict on what he wanted his bartender to look like.
And there's not.
There was a time he wanted you to wear black pants, a white shirt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? How you freak that? It's your business, but it better be a white shirt and black pants. Then there was a time when it was all black. Then there was certain nights where you had to wear, the white shirt, the black pants, and the goddamn dress vest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
A tuxedo vest, or a bow tie or something. You know what I mean? There was, I've seen it be very, because this is how I want it to look.
Right.
I want everybody to look in one band, one sound.
And that is my theory in this world. I always say one band, one sound. And I always try to have people, like, in this world that we're in as bartenders, I try to let them know that you are in the people business serving alcohol. You are not in the alcohol business serving people. That's the liquor store. Right. The liquor store is in the alcohol business serving people. We are in the people business serving them alcohol. Right. We are giving them an experience. Whether you are sitting at Fridays or Ruth Chris, or you're sitting in Nobleman's, Denise and Earl's, the spot, the pub. We are giving them an experience. And a lot of the people that get behind and get in the bar industry is because they see, because don't get it fucked up. We make money. Don't, like, you know what I mean? People be trying to belittle us because we like, and I had to tell people before, I'm a server. I'm not a servant. There's a difference. So don't treat me as such. You know what I mean? I'm a bartender, and I take offense. Don't call me no bar wench. Don't call me no barmaid. Call me a bartender or call me by my name.
Right.
Don't, you know what I mean? Because there is a difference. Now, bar wench, that was probably back in the day, but I'm not okay with it. Maybe back in the day, that wasn't as bad. I'm offended.
Right.
Okay, because you know they used to call you little wench. That wasn't nice. So don't call me cry. You know what I'm saying? So now you want to say bar wench? No, I don't want to be called that. Call me. I'm bartender or Misha or some people what y'all call me.
So, is there like going back into the bar situation? Is there like a training that all bartenders have to go through before they can actually serve?
Well, before you didn't have to, but now everyone has to be ramp certified. So a ramp certification is just it's an online course, and it just walks you through and it teaches you things of how to cut people off, how to notice when they're intoxicated and when to start cutting them off, how to notice fake ID, things of how when like they stress on not serving Red Bulls with alcohol because why?
I'm assuming boredom.
They stress on not serving Red Bulls with alcohol because one's an upper and one's a downer. So they teach you the different types of things that as far as the bar world, not so much of like how to make drinks and things like that. It's the inside things. That's why I tell people like it's not just us pouring drinks. We're not just pouring drinks because I can pour you one drink over and lose my livelihood and theirs because they will take this away from them. They will take it away from the bar owner. Like they even have it to the point where a certain percentage of, well now it was a certain percentage. Now everyone in your building needs to be ramp certified. And if the LCB walks in and they're not, you can get a fine. Like there's not just, they don't just come in and be like, here. And the ramp certification actually helps the bar. So if my team is ramp certified and just say you leave and get into an accident, say you was at the Nobleman, they come and they look and they see we're ramp certified. Instead of that fine being $10,000, it's cut in half because they look at it like there was something I missed. Maybe you weren't showing signs of intoxication. You were okay. You weren't being loud. You weren't buying rounds of drinks. You weren't doing something different that you were doing, and I missed it. So it's not I don't get a fine. It's just a little lighter. I still get one, but it's just a little lighter. And who wants any of that? And that's why I tell people, like, you be in here hooping and hollering and want me to serve you all fast, but if it comes down to the nitty gritty, you ain't gonna be the one in here talking to the police. You gonna be at home somewhere sitting on your couch, and I'm gonna be in here talking to the police, have to get cited, so maybe even paying a fine. Who knows? Like I said, there's levels to this shit. We're not just in here pouring liquor and there's no consequences. This shit is ran by the state police. It's ran by police. When the LCB walk in, they come in with badges. That's police. That's no game. Everybody can be accountable and put in jail or fined or just your shit taken off of one drink.
That's
You said LCD. Can you explain to the viewers like what that is? Because some of them might not know.
Well, LCB is the Liquor Control Board. So that is like the state police. So they come in and they make sure like your license is current. With the new policy, with the new smoking policy, certain spots are grandfathered in with the smoking because there's no smoking indoors supposedly with the Clean Air Act. So how it works with that is a lot. If your food sales outweigh your liquor sales, they deem you a restaurant, so they pull your smoking because there's no smoking in restaurants. They used to have a side where it was boxed in. They pulled that. They went to the Clean Air Act, so that's why a lot of them just split it up and see if it works together. Make it, you know what I mean? So everybody can be comfortable because you don't want to lose, because liquor and smoking goes hand in hand, actually. You know what I'm saying? If you are a smoker and you're drinking, you're going to want to smoke. That's just what it is. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Just like liquor and food goes hand in hand. If somebody comes in and there's no food, 9 times out of 10, they might have one and they leave. Or they won't have any. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
So let's roll into that.
because you already know.
When we talk about
You already know.
kitchen and food, What is the one thing that you would like people to know as far as like how that coincides with the bar?
Well, it all depends on the bar you're in and the atmosphere that bar is portraying. So when I say that, so I'll say like when I first came here, how the food was portrayed here was more restaurant style. Because you had like lamb chops, fresh green beans. You had, and the person in the kitchen was an actual chef. And I'm not taking anything, again, I'm not taking anything from the cooks. But my thing is, at the end of the day, you got to know your lane and stay in it. Don't call yourself a chef if you have not went to culinary school. You're not a chef. You are a cook. And am I saying you can't cook? No, I'm not. I'm saying that you don't have the credentials to call yourself a chef if you don't have the paperwork. And chefs cook differently because they're trained with sense of urgency. They're trained with timers. They're trained with holdings and temperatures and how to rotate and shelf lives. You, as a cook, might not know that. And there are some cooks that are, because Fridays has cooks. Applebee's has cooks. They don't have chefs. Ruth Chris,
They got a chef.
things like that have chefs. The difference in a cook and a chef in that area, like a chef can touch a steak and see it's medium well. A cook is going to stick a thermometer in it and look at the temperature and see if it's medium well. You know what I mean? So there's a difference, but you just have to know what world you're in and be in it. So this world with the ambiance they were portraying was more paced. You know what I mean? It's a cigar lounge, but I told them I felt it. No, I got feeling there. I got feeling there, and I don't do no bugs. But anyway, what was I trying to say?
It's a cigar lounge.
Yeah, so Nobleman's is a cigar lounge and a bar as well. So the difference is true cigar lounge people know the difference. So when people hear lounge, a cigar lounge is usually a BYOB. There's usually not a kitchen. And it's usually mellow music, laid back, more conversation than it is drinking. A bar is more drinking than it is conversation. So we are both entwined in one. So that world is kind of like paced. You know what I mean? So we're kind of like a Ruth Chris in the bar world. Just like Burn. You know what I mean? Like, but we probably served a little bit more food because of how it was. So it was more paced, and she was back there cooking. Shit wasn't panned up. She wasn't panning macaroni and cheese and then heating it up and getting it out. She was, when you order lamb chops,
Making it on the
she
spot.
was seasoning them, cooking them. You order mac and cheese, yeah, the noodles is done, but she's putting it together right then and there, putting it in the oven while your lamb chops are cooking like a restaurant, you know? And it wasn't presented to the guests that way. So when people are walking in and they hear bar, they see liquor, yeah, we got cigars, it says lounge, but I see bar, it kind of went a different way. Because if it would have been presented in the right way, like this is a cigar bar lounge. It's paced here. Like that's what I tried to tell people. Like there's nothing panned up back there.
Right.
When you order, it's just like a restaurant. When you go to Fridays and they take
You
your
gotta
order, exactly.
You gotta wait.
And if there's somebody ahead of you,
You gotta
it's
wait.
It's in a time frame.
Yeah, you
they
gotta
have a
wait.
time frame back there that they're cooking in, and she's getting it out, but it wasn't presented that way. You know, and then people was coming in and seeing liquor. They're like, oh, it's a bar. Why can't I get my wings right now? But first of all, anywhere you go, I don't give a god darn it if you're at the Nobleman's, if you're at the Spot, if you're at H's. It takes 25 minutes for wings to cook.
If they're done.
If we're dropping them as you
They
order,
want them refried.
if you dropping
They want
them,
refried.
no. But what I'm
They
saying
don't want
is,
them done.
They want refried.
What I'm
No.
saying is,
they want them
so
done,
that's
and they
why-
want you to refry them, and then give them to them on a refry.
yeah. But then
On the- on the-
and
on
then
the-
they'll come
on
and
the
say these
secondary
wings
dip.
these don't taste
Taste
right. They're
good.
greasy.
Yeah.
Because you got them double dropped. You know what I mean? So that like now, though, granted, in the corporate world, that's called sandbagging. In the corporate world, you can sandbag, but they're not dropping them. When I used to be the general manager of the Permanis on the waterfront. I opened that restaurant. We sandbag wings, but it was called like poaching them. You bake them. You don't drop them in grease. You bake them to a certain temperature, and then you put them in the cooler, and you bring them back to a certain temperature, and then you pan them up. And then as they come, you drop them down, and it makes them cook quicker. You don't fry them halfway and then drop them back
I
down.
know some
in grease.
places that did would already have the wings pre-fried.
No.
And then when you go come and order them, they will re-fucking basket them, and just drop them down, and then serve them to you.
And then
So
that's why
God,
you get greasy wings. But at the end of the day, that's because of what the Patreon has created in the ambiance. Because the Patreon wants the wings. But if you explain, that's why I say in this world, it's fucking conversation.
Yeah.
Communication. Talk to people and let them know. Listen, it takes 25 minutes for wings to cook. And I'll tell somebody, they order wings and come back in 10 minutes and be like, is my wings done? I'd be like, I ain't coming to your house to eat. You cook wings in 10 minutes? How long does it take you at home to cook fry
They
your
don't
chicken?
fucking know.
Man, listen.
You know it's longer than 10 minutes.
They
It
don't
take me
fucking know.
40 minutes to do mine in the air
But that's
fryer.
what I'm saying. They know it's longer than 10 minutes.
I do mine in the air fryer for 40 minutes. Like, I don't like that. Like, I'm like, come on, man.
Like, it's longer than 10 minutes. So at the end of the day, like, you know, and then I like, and then again, it's that, you know, that, and I try to tell the people in this world too, that what is 1 minute to us is 10 minutes to the guests. You know what I mean? So I do look at both sides because, you know, we're quick to say, you just walk to the bar. You know that, but you walk to, as a patron, when you walk to the bar, you feel like I should have been Michael Jackson. Hello. What did I get for
I
you?
mean, I feel like people should basically treat a bar like a restaurant. When you go to a restaurant, you sit down, you can wait 3
That's not
minutes.
true. There's people that get
5
offended that
minutes.
go on there
Right.
acting impatient. There are people like that want to go and be like, listen, I'm in a hurry. So can you tell them to hurry mine up? Can you tell them to
Right.
rush it? I have been to places
Right.
like that
You
where it's
can't-
been done.
and
Like,
then
can you tell the chef, the cook I'm in a hurry? And then can they rush mine? My lunch is only 15 minutes. You knew
Then
that
you
before
should
you
have
walked
went
away.
right.
And that's the
Come
Right.
here
So
and think you about to rush me.
we live in a world of impatience.
Yes.
We live in a world
Impatient.
impatience. We live in a world of impatience.
It's okay. I didn't serve her.
Right? But I think that because of how things are set up now, like with social media, with everything being quick, that again, certain services do take longer than other services. So,
Right. And I'm gonna say this because I always correct my people. I have guests. In this world, we have guests. We don't have customers. Customers go to Target and Giant Eagle. Clients go to hairstylists and tattoo artists and barbershops. We have guests. So when you have that understanding as a bartender that this is a guest, when I say guest, you treat that person as you would treat them as a first-time person in your home. You are going to basically cater to them because they've never
You
been to your
assume
house.
that most people have that type of couth and etiquette.
No, but they should. You're right. They don't. They should because a lot of them got in this world with the not right intention. And like I said, I'm different. I love what I do. I love the world that I'm in. I love the encounter that I come into. Now, granted, I didn't had to cuss some people out. Some people that had to cuss
Chicken
me
man.
out.
Chicken man.
You know what I mean? Some people
That
that
was a hot ass
said.
They wanted a mess.
Some people that said that, called me a couple names, said I was evil.
Man.
I'm really not. I'm really not. I just don't like shenanigans, and I always say I don't make the rules, but I damn sure enforce them. Because at the end of the day, the Noblemans, I am the face of the O1. Gigi and Tiff is the face. Denise and Earls, my cousin Tia is the face because of the management. We see a lot of different people that y'all don't see.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, there's rules and levels to this shit. And if we're telling you can't do it, it's not because we're just being assholes and saying you can't do it. You can't do it. No, you can't smoke weed in the bar.
Why? Tell them why they can't smoke weed.
Yeah, please tell them why they
Explain
cannot
that.
smoke weed in the bar.
It is, first of all, it's the law, and it's respectful.
Explain the law side to them, because a lot of people don't know that law side. They don't know what happens on that law side.
What happens on the law side is the same thing that'll fucking happen if they catch you with a drink. You can get a DUI with smoking weed and driving. It's all the same. But smoking in the bar, if they walk in, you can still get the bar a fine. They don't give a damn that they don't think we knew it, because at the end of the day, that's what we have security for. Security is supposed to be making rounds. That's people being safe. You know what I mean? If you're not coming in the back checking and somebody's back there blowing weed, then you ain't went back there and checked on nothing. Somebody could have been back there and got...
Here, that couldn't even be an excuse, because even if you stayed outside the whole time, if somebody sat here and was smoking some weed, and your ass is out there, you know they're doing it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know they're doing it. So here, that wouldn't be an excuse.
So, just to kind of go over it, like,
legal,
so there's a lot of legal stuff that goes on with alcohol and weed. So when you look at the bigger picture, the bar or lounge or whatever gets fined to a point where they can actually be closed down forever.
Right. You said that like they was going to kill.
I mean, they might care.
An asshole gonna be an asshole 1,000% of the time.
Right,
An asshole cannot resist the urge to be an asshole. There is a person out there that feel like they can beat the system.
And that's crazy, because
especially when it comes to weed. There are people out there that feel like they can beat the system. We feel like if the police thrown in there, they can fast talk, loud talk, circle talk. They way out of that shit. Now realizing even if they let you go, baby, you're not letting us go. Like you're still on the hook for that fuck shit you did. And so you're not about to kick up that 5, 10, 15, 20 grand that it's going to cost us. You're not going to rebuild us. You're not going to rebrand us. If we get in trouble, go sit in your car.
Right.
We can't control what you did in the vehicle you own and pay for.
Right.
Yeah. They come and know, you know this man out here smoking weed in his car? Whose car? The Nobleman's car. Oh, we don't own it?
Right.
It wasn't ours?
Yeah.
We don't know nothing about it.
Like, that's at the end of the day, now you just you really set yourself up. That's just like being behind the wheel with a drink. So that's on you. But at the end of the day, like, it's also a respect thing, too, of your surroundings. Everybody don't want to be interacting with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get a fuck up. I'm always fucked up. Now, granted, I said if there was a time that it was illegal in the bar, I would probably do that more than I would drink in the bar. You know what I mean? I would probably go to the bar and go with my little roll-ups and be doing that and socializing before I would be drinking. You know what I mean? Because I think we're just more laid-back people. You know what I mean? We don't get all feisty. You know what I'm saying? With the liquor, this shit make you get all feisty.
Tell you to do a whole new one.
It's a whole new one.
Yeah, a whole new one.
Right, you know what I mean? The liquor is something, you know, that's something different. But it's just like, respect your surroundings. You know what I mean? Like, and I always tell people, like, I try to tell my guests and my bartenders the word tip. Those letters mean something to ensure proper service. So if you're not tipping accordingly, you're not going to get served accordingly. This is just true. Now, granted, I back them up on all. I back my bartenders and my guests on both sides. So me as being a bartender, if I have been waiting on you and waiting on you the whole time, and you haven't had to ask for anything, you know what I mean? And you run up a $200 and something tab and leave me $0.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to talk about you. You're going to get talked about with the other bartenders. Yeah, you get talked about, because at the end of the day,
That's just like any service, though. That's like anywhere you would go. If you have bad service, you won't be like, girl, let me tell you.
Right.
I went to da-da-da-da-da, and the service was terrible.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just like...
But they think they're not supposed to get talked about because they did. But you literally, if especially in a bar, you know what I mean? If you're buying rounds because it's just drinks.
I'm sitting there trying to mathematically understand.
There's no food involved. So if you have a $200 and something tab and you leave that bartender $0, you're an ass.
No. That $200 and something was all they had.
Like,
I mean, they could get...
They was in here big gating, and that's all they had. They was praying all night. You was scraping that car, they was like, oh, bitch. That motherfucker better just... God damn.
Right. Like,
I need that 3-day grace period.
I got a checking in the savings.
I need that.
And
I need that 3-day grace period. I hope she puts credit. I need that. I need that 3-day grace period, baby.
I'm like her. Like, you know, I'm on both sides. I do this and I go out every now and then and I drink. So I tip accordingly. And I won't even say I tip accordingly because I'm a very good tipper. Like, people that I go out with be like, I tip because this is what I do. And I know behind the scenes because a lot of these people think, okay, just let y'all know. In the bar world, a lot of y'all bartenders who bartend, y'all know what y'all make. That the pay hourly is $5, guys. We ain't getting nothing else but $5. In the corporate world, in the corporate world, they get $2.83 an hour.
Whoa.
That's what they get as a server, guys. They get $2.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It was just water. They get $2.83 an hour in the corporate world as a server, including bartenders. The only ones I know in the bar world that were making a little bit more than that, I think, was Olive Garden. Their bartenders was making $10 an hour. Not no more, I don't think. But anywhere else you go, it's $2.83 an hour in the corporate world. Now, granted, again,
I know it's fucked up though.
Now, what I will say is, you can if and this world's not for everybody. It's really not. This world is really not for everybody. Because when I tell you, I worked at Fridays on the waterfront. I worked there for 15 years. I went in, I started as a server. So when I left Red Robin, I went to Fridays as a server. Because at Red Robin, we started going through managers. We went through 25 managers, including me. So I figured that I couldn't grow there because one day I'm going to have I want a soul food sports bar, just so y'all know that it's coming soon somewhere near you.
She said she's getting a soul food sports bar.
Soul food
Be
sports
ready.
bar. Right? Be ready. But I went to Fridays and I served for a year, and then the bartender position came up. And at first I wasn't going to apply for it. My management team came to me and told me to apply for it because they wanted me to have it and they knew I was going to get it. So I applied for the bartender position and I got the bartender position. I was promoted. I served for a year. Just in the corporate world, you just can't become a bartender. And that like restaurant industry, you have to serve, and then when a position opens up, you have to have been a server for so long, and you have to interview just like you would interview to become a server. You just don't become a bartender. They don't do that. So I interviewed with other people, and I ended up getting a job, so I was promoted to a bartender. I bartended for Fridays for 15 years. I went through their training etiquette. Like, they send you to a training class, they send you out, and you go and you sit in, and they teach you the ways how to train the trainer, the steps of training someone to make them be a better server or be a better bartender or just be better in the server industry. So, like, literally $2.83 an hour sounds like fucked up.
It is.
But I was making money.
Oh, I mean,
literally. And I worked there for 15 years. And one time I got a $72 paycheck. And I had to work 182 hours to get a
I know.
$72 paycheck.
I
My paychecks paid. So how it works in the server world, like you get your 283 an hour, but when you put your tips, they deduct that from what your pay is,
yes, they do.
and then what's left they take and pay your taxes. You know what I mean? They pay your local tax, your federal tax. So sometimes as a server though, you might not get an income tax. You might owe because you made so much on hand money that wasn't claimable. You owed the IRS, or
I'm not
you might
participating.
break even.
You know what?
I said I'm not participating.
So
I
like
did. I worked at Chili's. I worked at
Yeah.
Denny's. I was a bartender at High Road. Somewhere I worked. My aunt owned a couple restaurants. I worked for her. Sometimes when I get a business, they come get me like, yo, help me out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I know. That's who I told my daughter that she was thinking about when
But you can make
apply
money.
somewhere, and I was like, understand it's 283 an hour. You got to have that personality right to get them tips. But they will play with you.
Yeah, listen,
They will play with
I
you.
told the one day this is when I was still serving. I was waiting on an older couple or whatever. So, Fridays you can get like coupons and stuff. So at the end, when I gave him his check, he was like, here, I got these coupons. So he had like all these different coupons and stuff. So I was like, I had like mentioned something like, oh, like a lot of, you got a lot of coupons here. You making me do a lot of coupons. He said, oh, that's what they pay you the big bucks for. I looked at him and laughed. I said, no, that's what you pay me the big bucks for. They pay me $283 an hour. No.
yeah.
Come on and tip me for all these discounts. Your bill was $100. It's now $20.
Yes,
Come on,
right.
sir.
He was lucky. Y'all let him stock on them damn coupons.
For
They
real.
go for about one.
Swear. But
Pick
I
one.
think it was like something
Not
that
good with any
he
offer.
could combine with another offer.
Right.
Like he had the right one, so I had
They
to
don't let
do
you
it
do
right.
that. Some of them is like,
Right.
and this is not
So-
valid on that 2 for 20 you thought you could do.
Let me ask this back to the kitchen situation. I think a lot of people have to understand too. The kitchen, in most cases, is not associated with the bar or the bar manager in any way.
Right.
So, and I'm just thinking about that because of Chicken Man the other night.
He came back and still tried to stick with that story the next day.
Not when he's sober. That he did now.
Yeah, he did.
You better go. I'm gonna-
Yeah, he did.
And I laughed because
Yeah, he
today,
did.
when I ordered my food and she brought it to me, she didn't take my number. And I thought about it, I said, and I laughed because when she took somebody else's food, she realized she never grabbed it. And then she grabbed it. I said, and that's how chicken gate.
Right.
Right there. Because you ain't on top of these damn numbers. That's exactly how chicken gate occurred.
You
Go
said
ahead.
Chicken Gate.
That's exactly how chicken gate happened.
Chicken Gate. Yeah.
Chicken gate.
Yeah.
I tried to mind my business for as long as I could.
Yeah,
And he put on this show, and I said, all right, listen,
Yeah, usually in the bars,
I don't wanna say nothing.
the kitchen is rented out. You know what I mean? Somebody's is an entrepreneur, got their own business,
you're a tenant.
and
You're
so
a tenant.
it's kind of has nothing to do with management, but at the end of the day, it does. You know what I mean? Because if I'm the manager of the Nobleman's and my kitchen is failing or putting out bad food it still falls on the face of the Nobleman's. You know what I mean? Because you as the guest, like you said, don't understand. All you see is that kitchen is in the same building, and
You suing these niggas. I got sick at the Nobleman's.
You're not going to say I got sick from the person cooking in the kitchen. You're going to say I was at the Nobleman's and I got food and I got sick. So at the end of the day, yes, you should be kind of like not saying like cracking down on the kitchen, but if there's complaints or things like that, you as the management should be the one going in there letting them know, like, hey, listen, I heard your grease was dirty.
Yeah, I'm about to say, remember Greasegate?
heard
You
your
y'all
grease
remember
was dirty.
Greasegate? Burnt.
Or
It ain't her fault she ain't clean the grease. You said she said that to y'all? Yes, she did.
At the end
Yes,
of
she
the day,
did.
at the end of the day, too, I say this. Again, you are in the people business serving alcohol. So at the end of the day, In this world, I always tell people you never place blame. You apologize and you fix the fucking problem. However you have to do it. If you have to get a manager involved, I don't give a fuck where you at. Here, Fridays, I don't care where you're at. And you're always in the best interest of the guests. Now,
some people don't realize that. They will argue your ass to the fucking floor.
Yeah, and I think like with those situations, like especially and I just, because I know, it's hard for me to come to you as a bar manager and be like, yo, your kitchen messing up.
Not me. Hey,
but you should be able to. You should be able to.
Because I know it's ultimately not you. Like, I know it's like ran by somebody, and I can come to you and be like, yo,
but it still falls on them. It's still a reflection
and
of
at
them.
the end of the day, all of us as management, me, Gigi, Tia, all of us as management, we had that rapport with the kitchen regardless, because we're there with them all the time. So you saying it to me is going to get to them. Well, it should. You know, there's no way you're going to say to me like that day when like you said
was like, please don't put us on the pot.
Well, but I'm going to say, think about that. When we was talking about coming here to eat, we was talking about going to the Nobleman. We wasn't calling that kitchen by its name.
Right.
We wasn't saying we going to go eat at so and so. We wasn't going to say her name.
Right.
I wasn't about to do her like that. I wasn't about to do it. We wasn't calling her by her name. We were saying, you know, we going to eat at the Nobleman. We're going to Taco Tuesday at the Nobleman. We're going to go slide to the Nobleman. We're going to the Nobleman to get lamb chops. We're going to the Nobleman. We was never calling that kitchen by its name unless we wanted to know if the motherfuckers was in fact open and was going to be cooking lamb chops.
That's it.
That was the only time we referenced her personally. Under any other circumstance, we definitely was like, yo, man, the Nobleman is fucking up. Swear to God, we're here talking about y'all on the other side. We were like, yo, you sure you trying to go to the Nobleman? I don't know. Last time we was up here.
And when y'all told me, when y'all told me, the first thing I said is don't put it on the podcast. Like, I didn't say we don't got nothing to do with that. I didn't say that kitchen ain't affiliated with us. I didn't say that.
You was just like, don't put us on the podcast, please.
No, because I always said there is no I in team. I don't care if it is separated. We are still one band, one sound. We are in the same building. We are serving the same guests. We are one. Yes, we are separate, but we are one. So you saying something to me as management, yes, I'm definitely going to say something. Whether it be I say it to whoever is in charge of running the kitchen and let them handle it because it's their kitchen, but it needs to be addressed.
Even though, in fairness to her, the fuck-ups that happened did not happen while she was present.
Right.
It was whoever she had left in charge at the time. So that didn't follow her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why I wasn't going to put her name out there, because that wasn't her fuck-up. That wasn't on her. That was on whoever she was entrusting at the time.
And that's what and this goes back to when I say people should know their lane and stay in it. You are coming into a kitchen working behind someone who is a chef. If you are a cook, don't apply here.
Well,
if you are a chef, the chef, because she's a chef, she has culinary background. So she needs someone to replace her who's going to have culinary background. They're going to cook at her pace. They're going to know to follow recipes. They're not going to know to just be like, oh, I'm in here just winging it,
or thinking that they know better than you.
Exactly.
Not understanding that you put these flavors together for a reason. Is this shit don't go with that shit.
Right.
And you in here thinking you freaking the system and you fucking it out.
Or a chef is going to also understand that this is the standard that she has created for her kitchen. A cook's not going to understand that.
Right.
A cook is going to come in and be like, oh, well, this is how I do it at home, or I'm doing it like this because it's going to get it out quicker.
And I be selling them dinners out my back door.
But
they love these motherfuckers
what
up in
her standard was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that just needed to be somebody who was on her same level.
And I just feel like even with these situations, like if you do have a kitchen and a bar, be mindful of your customers. Like if you have a situation with your customer, whether you're there or not, and somebody reports it to you, try to figure out how to, because we were just like at a loss. We were like, what the hell? I spent $20 fucking. I guess I gotta go.
There was a couple of them incidents where we felt like we was due a courtesy of a conversation And we was kind of blew off. Like the dude dropped fried cheese
Drop
fries. all
fries.
over her.
No, it was the sweet potato fries
With
and the
fries
sauce
all over her.
all over my clothes.
And was like, fuck
I got you tomorrow. It didn't even come
and
tomorrow.
I ain't never seen him again. And but we was like, we were trying to explain that to them. And they're like,
Okay, yeah, that's cute. Yeah.
One, I had a friend in here who never got her food. Now, her and I had a long conversation, and she was able to trace the thing back. And I'm like, she never got that shit. Like, I told her not to press it because y'all shit be slow sometimes. Don't worry about it. I said, y'all don't close the fuck up and what the fuck up. And she never got her food. That's when I had to treat this bitch to Taco Bell. Because y'all motherfuckers way too
You had to spend $40.
Yes, sir. Late night shopping like a mom.
Yeah. And I will say, like, most of the kitchens, most of the places that I go, most of the kitchens have very good food. It's like, damn, I don't even want to. I don't want to go to Friday.
That was a
Right. I want to go.
Friday food?
No, I said I don't want to go to Friday.
Oh, I was saying I don't think that's good, but a lot of places ain't good.
So,
I've been to a couple bars recently.
So, like the one night where Greasegate happened, we had to truck it to Denny's. You think I was happy about going to Denny's?
Definitely sure.
Right.
That was trifling.
After I just spent my life, I don't want to go to Denny's
Right.
and spend
We
money.
was up in here in tears.
Right.
We left up out of here damn near crying. Like, this
Right.
is fucked up.
And like,
Okay.
and I hate it too, because there are, like, I hear it a lot. I even hear it from my bartenders when they be like, it's just a bar.
So, would you,
like,
don't, you know,
at the-
it's
it's-
only
it's
just the bar
not-
because it's not yours.
It's
Right.
exactly.
And you're
'cause
not
at the end of the day,
responsible for
it's
it.
not just a bar. It's still a fucking business.
This is somebody's whole
It's
life
a
and livelihood,
business.
and you just like, fuck
Well,
it.
it's just like, for me, this is kind of like
You'd have been
family.
fired.
Because we create relations, like we got a relationship with everybody here. So like this is them. Like I come in here and you turn on and hit it. Can I get a water, please?
But
Okay,
all
I'm
of it, but all of them
You said
are.
coming over to have
they-
my little cup made. I'm like,
but
you
the
having
thing
that today?
is, every day we all are. The Niece and Earls is a family. The O1 is a family. The Spot is a family. H's is a family. The fucking Firemen's, it was a private ass club, but that's a family. It's only things like, literally, like, where there's no difference. When you're at Fridays, I was at Fridays for 15 years. That was my fucking family.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I am with them more than I'm at home. So there's no difference. It's just a smaller business, but it's still the same shit. No, it's not just a bar. It's the same.
You gotta question the
shit.
integrity of the motherfucker that says some shit like that. Because I promise the guy I couldn't have been in there. We'd have been fired
Like, it's the same
immediately.
shit. It's not
because
just a
if you
bar.
don't understand that this is somebody's life and livelihood right here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the one gonna be in bankruptcy court tomorrow. If this shit
Exactly.
fail, the nerve of you to say that I'll go outside and kill your shit, like it's just a car.
Listen.
No, bitch, it's your shit.
Right.
That you put your motherfucking hard on money, blood, sweat, and tears
Like, it's
into.
not just a
The
bar.
audacity.
Like, and at the end of the day, this person, regardless of it's just a bar or anything, the person who started it has a vision.
Right.
Has a vision that they are set forth. Who the fuck are you to come in and destroy
Their
that
vision.
person's vision? You wanted to work here, and that's what makes me mad. That's another thing. What makes me mad when people is here and they be complaining and this, then leave.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I didn't. You gotta work at the Nobleman. You walked your ass in here and you asked could you work here. You wanted to work at the Nobleman's, at the Spot, or wherever. Why do you think they owe you something? They don't owe you shit.
It's audacity.
It's audacity.
They don't owe you anything. You either come in the building and do what is asked of you. I don't give a goddamn that this ain't Fridays or this ain't Applebee's or this ain't Ruth Chris. This is still a business. This is still someone's business that they still are paying fines. They're paying tax. They're doing all this shit that Fridays and all them is doing, just in a smaller tone. How dare you say it's just a bar?
Don't
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
Just don't come back.
Right.
Exactly.
Is there, before we get ready to close out, we'll go a couple more minutes. Is there anything that you want anybody to know about the Noblemans?
Or any place you work.
Well, I just always want you guys, y'all know me, be patient. And y'all already know me. And if I'm in the building, Y'all gonna be asking me for more coke. Y'all gonna be like, this is too strong. You trying to get me drunk? You know what I'm saying? If I'm in the building, you know how I do, y'all.
I don't.
Y'all don't drink, so y'all
I can't speak from experience.
Yeah, they drink.
But these
they
juices
drink
be
Kool-Aid.
real good.
They drink
These
Kool-Aid.
juices be delicious.
I drink water.
But the ones y'all
cool.
know. But I just want y'all to understand, like, at the end of the day, all your bartenders aren't bad. And sometimes what I want to say, patience is virtue. So if you're going to your regular bars and you know your bartender is busy, just be patient. Like, and please don't come out to the bar if you got to ask your bartender how much is this and how much is that and how much is that. Because now you just got Annie Mae behind me mad because I had to stand over here and tell you how much everything was and she wanted a drink. You know what you drink.
So is there anything going on in the Nobleman you would like anybody to know about? Any events coming up?
We got a day party coming up Saturday, y'all. I got a DJ coming in from Charlotte.
What? North Kakalaki in the building.
He's gonna be here from Charlotte. But it's gonna run a little longer. He actually, his plane doesn't get here till 4. So the day party will be from 3 to 9 on Sunday.
Cover?
No cover, free entry. I'm going to try to get this thing going every Sunday. I'm going to try to keep the day party running through even the winter time. The only thing that might flip it up a little bit because you know football season is coming. So I'm going to intertwine some stuff with that. I'm going to try to probably bring brunch back. If anybody used to come see me up the spot when I did Sundays, I'm going to bring that back where I did the food out at halftime. That I raffled the baskets. I did the 50-50s and things like that. I'm going to bring that back into play. What's new at the Nobleman right now? Well, you know, we still got Taco Tuesday. Where y'all at? Y'all should have been up here in the background, clapping and stuff.
Faux
Not
show.
on that side.
Faux show.
But I'll take it. So we got Taco Tuesday. Y'all missed spades. We had a spade tournament yesterday up here. Motivational Mondays come back, I think, in October. So right now it's just like different little things. Like he does, like we did the spade tournament yesterday.
Next week is trivia night. I'm gonna try to come.
Yeah, trivia night is next week. So we got a DJ. There will be a special DJ here for that. We're about to start. It's going to be called Step Out 40. Sorry, y'all. Your little 30-year-olds got mad at us when we went 35 and up. I mean, I'm gonna have a night for y'all too. I'm gonna get y'all back in here, but you know, y'all was playing with my mental. Y'all was playing with my mental. And you know what I mean? I just turned 48. Y'all can't be in here with the little 30-year-olds in here. You know, we got some 60-year-old men coming up in here with some little baller, shot caller, 20-inch gauge. You know what I mean? But we going every once. But that I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be Step Out 40. That's gonna be a day party too on Saturdays. I think I'm gonna do that the last Saturday of every month, which that'll include a DJ. I'm actually working on bringing Port Authority night back. I want to think I said the first Wednesday and the third Thursday, because I want to catch. Because of how the Port Authority work, I've been talking to them. Some of them are off on Wednesday, some of them are off on Thursday. So I want to give them both sides a chance to come in and get with the, the special I'm gonna do for them. What else we got new? We got the bands. The bands are back every other Friday. And basically that's it until I think of some more stuff to throw out here. Hopefully we'll be doing some more of these. We might not call it bar etiquette, but we'll call it something. I'm here to school y'all. Because y'all ain't going to keep coming up with these bars.
Cutting up.
Cutting up now. Give your bartender a break, you know.
I was going to ask, is there anything we didn't discuss that you wanted to touch base on?
No, not really. We really talked about everything, you know. Like I said, I love what I do. And again, I'm really not a bad person. A lot of y'all know that. But I am a real enforcer, at the end of the day, because I know the consequences that come behind this. And if I'm the one running the bar for anyone, it doesn't just have to be the Nobleman's. I ran the spot and I did the same thing. It doesn't matter where I'm at. If I'm in charge, everything is going to have to be compatible. That's just what it is. I don't want you as the guest to leave and have a problem. I don't want me as the bar manager to have a problem. I don't want my bartenders to have a problem. You know, I don't want to put any other bar for that matter in jeopardy, because when it actually falls on one of us, it kind of triggers all of us. Because whether we know it or want to be, we are one band, one sound. You know what I mean? We might be in Penn Hills, they might be in Homewood, but at the end of the day, we all one. They look at us all the same. So I don't want to put no pressure on any of us.
So we'll go ahead and, in closing, we'll say that the Nobleman Cigar Lounge is located at 9805 Frankstown Road. They are usually open to around 1:45, 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, guys, we're open for lunch now too. So if you on your lunch break and you want to come up, you know what I mean, we're open for lunch. We do lunch specials. We be having deep fried hot dogs, $5 nachos, $10 burger and fries. Come on through and get lunch. We open up at 12. The bar opens at 11, kitchen opens at 12, and we run till 2. Saturday, we don't open till 4. So Monday through Friday, we open up at 11 o'clock.
A.M.
A.M.
That's an A.M.
That's the AM.
Yeah, that's why you want to come and do lunch.
But it's a nice vibe in here. You know, you come out, you get a cigar, you can sit on their semi-enclosed patio at this time, since it is summertime, and have them click on one of the fire pits for you and have a nice little conversation with your drink.
No, you got to pay for a fire pit. Don't be coming up here and just touching the gas up in here. 'Cause you don't buy it.
You got it.
You don't buy it.
So listen, this is how it works. So that's another thing too, real quick, guys. I don't want y'all to be feeling like I'm being a bitch. That's not what happens. At the end of the day, I'll say again, this is a business. You are more than welcome to sit in the VIP with no fire. I ain't gonna knock you because you know my seating is limited. But when you ask me to turn on that fire pit, you now have to pay. It now turns into a VIP because I have to pay for propane. I can't go down there and be like, can you fill this up? And they fill it up for free. Propane costs me money. So, and it's also just how you would go to any other place and pay for to be in your own little secluded area. Same thing. Here you pay
You got to pay to
$150.
sit down and burn.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, just to sit the fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Stand up.
That's what I'm
Stand there
saying.
room only. You got to pay to sit down and burn.
That's what I'm saying. So
And it ain't cheap. It ain't little, but it's a lot.
that's what I'm saying.
I was
So-
in burn like to sit here and even wicker seats.
So that's what I'm saying. Like on our sections, you know, if you pay the $150, that'll get you the section, your setup. You know what I mean? And the fire will come on for you. I don't have no problem with that. You pay the $250, you get the fire and the bottles. Bottle of your choice. If it's liquor, you get 2 bottles of wine. If it's not liquor, that's how it works. But then you still get your setup. You know, you get your catered to. Now you don't got to get up. You pay. Again, you're paying for an experience.
It's a nice experience too. Come
So
pay for it.
VIP 150 without a bottle, 250 with a bottle. So just make sure you tap that in. But again, it's a nice atmosphere.
Write that down.
You come in, get your cigar. You can sit at the bar. You can sit in the inside area with your cigar and kind of vibe out. The people here are really dope. The owners are dope. Again, this is like family, so we definitely suggest you come out here and check them out. You got anything?
No, I just wanted, I hope that y'all paid attention. Y'all took a little bit of notes. Y'all have a better understanding when you're going from, establishment to establishment, that you have a little bit more respect for the things that it takes to run that business and to keep it open and afloat. You know what I mean? And you take those things into consideration. And we understand that some people fall on hard times. You might have just needed a quick little shot to knock the edge off. You know what I mean? But circle back. Like I couldn't tip you on Tuesday, babe, but I got paid on Friday and I want to just drop this off with you. Be that person. You know what I mean? You might can't tip Tuesday, but you can circle back. You can circle back. So, be a good human being.
Do you have any questions for us? Any questions for me?
No, I
Keisha was
think
running that up.
Yeah, Keisha was running that up. So I do want to say we will be in some way, shape, or form trying to continue our etiquette series. It just does not have to be bar etiquette. We can go into a couple other things.
Yeah.
If you have a business, a service, or anything that you would like for us to showcase. Please hit us on the inbox at the Social Flex, or you can hit for Lisa Turner or myself, Sierra Tompkins, in the inbox, and we will definitely set up something with you to showcase your business. Our next show in studio
August 1st.
will be August 1st, and we will be discussing finance. We have a couple other shows coming up. We are tailoring to our next live show, which will be October 27th. So please save the date for that if you have not already. I don't have anything else. I think I ran down everything.
That's what we got going on. Every other Tuesday, be with us, except this week. You get it back to back. You got bar etiquette this Tuesday, and next Tuesday you get finance. Be there. We're gonna be talking money.
Yeah.
Money.
Talking money.
Yeah, we're talking finance. I think it's going to be a dope time. I think we're still in discussion about the one after that. Where are we leaning towards? Consent coercion.
No, we tossing them back and forth.
We're tossing them
up
back
with
and
something.
forth. We come up with something. But again, at the Social Flex, we definitely appreciate you tuning in to us. And like we always say, we love for you to be blessed in a blessing. You never know how it can help someone else.